Tanza, Continental Director of Wacs for Africa and the Middle East, facilitated the competitor team briefing.
So my role in the competition was to make sure, invite all the people to come within our region to come and compete, and then to make sure that the South African Chefs Association hosted them on some level that was acceptable, that the kitchens were acceptable.
The objective was to put the teams at ease with the facility. For complete fairness, competitors had to draw for one of 5 kitchens from which they would be working.
And then, as the chairman of the judges, I had to make sure that the countries that were competing brought qualified judges so that there was fair and just judging happening at the competition. There were a whole lot of nitty-gritties, but that's the basis of it. I had to make sure that it came, that we've got a winner from our region, who will now then go to Chile and compete in Chile.
Hi, my name is Jeff Skuramans. I'm originally from Belgium.
My name is Thomas Gugler. Actually, I'm a German national and I'm living in Saudi Arabia.
And currently I'm the Vice President of the South African Chefs Association, and I'm also a Wacs accredited judge.
My name is Marcus Eaton, President of the Egyptian Chefs Association.
Hi, I'm Garth Struble, the judge representative from South Africa.
Right, my name is Peter Holmans. I'm born and bred in Germany. Did my training as a chef from 1970 to 1973.
I'm Angelique Leff. I'm from the Namibian Chefs Association, or from Namibia. Born and bred in Namibia and been with the association for the last 6 years.
What is the most important part of every culinary competition? The panel of judges. The briefing was done to ensure judging was fair, transparent, and based on the guidelines of the competition criteria. All judges discussed the judging process under the oath of the chairman of judges. Unilever Food Solutions once again showed their support in South Africa by sponsoring the Global Chefs competition and also by way of preparing a culinary presentation showcasing new trends and fashions in the food world, all made easier with the vast range of products from their basket of food solutions. Once the draw was completed, competitors moved into their kitchen and started to select the raw materials they were required to use for the competition menu. No preparation except for basic cleaning was allowed. They had a total of 2 hours for this task. On the eve of the competition, Saka entertained the teams at one of the top restaurants in Johannesburg, the Lek Gotela restaurant. It was a dinner about networking, information sharing and catching up, all over some good food. At 10 p.m, it was lights out for all the teams, as they had to be at the Centre for Culinary Excellence the next day at 6 a.m. competition criteria. Each competitor had to prepare a 4-course menu for 12 people in a time span of 5 hours.
In the judging, I was the kitchen judge here for the Global Chef's Challenge, where I was responsible for obviously looking at the mise en place. Very important to hygiene. How did they work in the kitchen? And obviously how did they present and were they on time?
The competition was a set menu competition where chefs had to design their own menu. The only competition criteria was that each chef had to use a selection of compulsory ingredients. Ingredients: 1. Asparagus and mushrooms in the first course, providing an ovo-lacto vegetarian starter. 2. Fresh salmon had to be used in the second course. 3. The main course had to feature lamb. 4. For the dessert, competitors were required to incorporate citrus and chocolate.
Generally, I mean, the food is judged on taste, appearance, presentation, and the most important part is, as we all expect, is the taste, because you live most of it with the taste. Taste is 70% of the whole presentation, of the whole dish.
In the kitchen judging is totally different because I check their mise en place, I check they don't waste too much. So there's different points on all those things. But your kitchen score is only on 30 points. So there's 70 points left for the tasting and the presentation of the...
The main aim is definitely the taste. The second thing is the skills, of course, which kind of techniques they are using, the presentation, of course, with it, and the professional appearance.
It's great to see young people working under this kind of pressure and what they can produce. I think it's fantastic, and they all did extremely well today, and I'm very proud of them. No matter where they came from, they all did extremely well.
I was really impressed with the different countries. Obviously you could see, as being a judge for a long time already, which participants have competed before, which ones haven't. But nevertheless, they all tried very hard. I think they were all nearly on time for serving. They worked clean, they did the ingredients justice, and they made sure they produced a beautiful plate of food. And at the end of the day, it's participating and putting the best out what you can do, and that's being a chef. And I think they all did very well.